On the most recent episode of Friday Night SmackDown, we saw the return of Hollywood Rock. Yes, that's right, Hollywood Rock. And he had a lot to say. There's a lot to dissect from that segment. But what if the whole time he was talking about his cousin, Roman Reigns? In this video, I'm going to dive into a what if scenario. What if The Rock cost Roman Reigns the title at WrestleMania 40? If you clicked on this video, you're clearly a wrestling fan that has their own opinions or just likes to listen to another Mark express his opinions. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe! And if not for me, let me get it on real quick. Do it for the Ultimate Warrior. Now, I'll be one of the first to tell you that I was ecstatic when Hollywood Rock was back. I was geeking. I was like, yes. You can check out my TikTok too if you want to see it. But it was something to see. Now, was he as good as original Hollywood Rock? Of course not. Original Hollywood Rock can never be topped. But it was still awesome to see Hollywood Rock back. And he had a lot to say. The main points that he went over, other than saying that he would slap the herpes out of a man in the crowd, which was hilarious. But the main point he said was, I will do everything in my power to stop Cody Rhodes. That was the main message he had. I will do everything in my power to stop Cody Rhodes. And I'm thinking, wow, this story is amazing. And then I start scrolling on Twitter a little bit, and I see this post by Wrestling News saying, is The Rock pointing at Roman Reigns when he says, I will make sure that you lose at WrestleMania? And that really got me thinking, like, but he was referring to Cody Rhodes. There's just no way. No. The Rock is going to WrestleMania to stop Cody Rhodes. And as I thought about it more and more, I'm like, that would be an amazing turn of events. That would be something out of nowhere nobody would see. So I just wanted to dive into this scenario for a second. Picture this. It's WrestleMania 40. And just like every other Roman Reigns match goes, the ref gets knocked out. In some way, shape, form, or fashion. Roman Reigns spears the crap out of him. Cody Rhodes misses a punch and hits the ref. The ref gets knocked out. And then The Rock enters the ring, seemingly to, gang up on Cody Rhodes, when all of a sudden he turns around and hits Roman Reigns with a rock bottom. Not just a rock bottom either, but he hits him with a people's elbow too. And then the ref gets back up, Cody Rhodes hits his finisher, and becomes the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. Ooh, man. That storytelling would be insane. It would be an insane way for Roman to lose his title too. Not only though does this work for WrestleMania, but this works for a future match between The Rock and Roman as well. Mind you, even though this match feels like it should happen at WrestleMania, The Rock versus Roman could easily happen at SummerSlam too. It could easily happen at SummerSlam. And this is a perfect build-up for it. Cody Rhodes wins the title. Roman Reigns, he might try to get a rematch or something, or he could just take a break. We could not hear from Roman Reigns for a long time. We could just not hear from Roman Reigns. And then The Rock all of a sudden returns close to the summertime. And then who comes out to attack him? Roman freaking Reigns. And it sets up a SummerSlam match to truly determine who is the head of the table, who is the tribal chief. And oh my gosh, man, that match would go crazy. But just this whole story being told right now, it's really good. From The Rock returning, taking Cody Rhodes' spot, to Cody showing up at the kickoff review. At the kickoff show to basically get his spot back and disrespect Roman and The Rock, to now The Rock, Hollywood Rock, mind you, Hollywood Rock joining the Bloodline. He's joining the Bloodline. Man, this story is just getting it's just getting more interesting as more shows are being filmed, as more days are passing by. We're hearing more developments on Twitter and wrestling news, all the stuff, and it is just fire. It is just fire. And if this scenario plays out right here, first of all, it would I would say everybody was fooled by this. You had even analysts everywhere saying, "Wow, what is happening?" But this whole development right here would be insane. It would be phenomenal. It would be amazing. It would. I'm telling you, Triple H is cooking. He does not miss. He does not miss. This scenario would be something to see. Now, we already know The Rock is guaranteed to wrestle at WrestleMania. He's all but guaranteed. He's all but guaranteed to wrestle at WrestleMania. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of correlate the storyline. The rumors have it that it's probably going to be a tag match with The Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody in night 1, and then night 2 it'll be Cody versus Roman, and probably Seth versus somebody else. So both Cody and Seth are probably going to be doing double duty, which is something I don't think we've ever seen before. Have we ever seen 2 champions fight in both nights? I think that'll be a first thing ever. So it probably will happen. It probably will happen. But what'll be interesting too is, will The Rock use his power to say Cody has to beat me and Roman in order to get his match for night 2? The night 2 main event has already been announced. But you know, The Rock, as part of the board members, he could easily switch things up, tweak things here and there. You know, he has Paul Heyman on his side too. Tweak things here and there, and basically force Cody to have to beat him and Roman in a tag match with Seth to get his night 2 main event, which would be interesting. It'd be interesting. The other 3 competitors, Roman, Cody, and Seth, they would have to carry Rock because he's not in his prime anymore. Of course, he's 50. I'm pretty sure he's 50. So yeah, that match would definitely. You know what? Let's be honest. It would main event night 1. It would main event night 1, and I think that would be the first time ever that a competitor main events both nights. I mean, they've only had the night 2. I mean, the 2-night WrestleMania special for. This will be like the 5th year they're doing this. So this will be the first time competitors have main evented both nights. Wrestling is just so good right now. It's just so good. There's just so many superstars, so many interesting storylines. It's just gonna be great. 2024. I've said it on my TikTok plenty of times. 2024 is probably gonna be. It's probably going to be the greatest year of wrestling of all time. Now, I don't want to jinx anything. But it's probably going to be the greatest of all time. But yeah, this what if scenario, as it's starting to unfold, it's starting to make more sense too. We honestly might have seen this plan unfolding in front of our eyes when Cody hugged The Rock the first time The Rock came back. They could have been discussing the plans all along, right in front of Roman Reigns. That whole little segment where they were talking, they could have been breaking down the game plan right then and there in front of us, and we just overlooked it. That was just an interesting what if scenario that I just had to dive into. Wrestling, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. WrestleMania 40 is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, despite all the injuries that are happening. WrestleMania 40 is gonna be great. I trust Triple H. I trust the superstars. I trust they got everything under control. WrestleMania 40 is in good hands. Let me know what you think about this little what if scenario I'm coming up with. I got more what if scenarios coming up too. So definitely stay tuned. Pay attention to see if I drop another video. Like, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And yeah, appreciate whoever stayed to the end. And yeah, in wrestling we trust.